We'll be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely, won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing story time with Mr. Lamada. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely, won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing.
Good morning and welcome to Story Time. Thank you so much for joining me on this lovely Monday morning. Thank you so much for being here with us. Yes, welcome to this wonderful community. Thank you for being here. And of course, to let your friends know where Story Time is and come on out and join us. Let's read together. Let's learn together. And of course, let's have fun together. Thank you so much for joining in. I hope that you had a good weekend. I did. And I hope that the week ahead is a good one too. Thank you so much for being here indeed on Story Time. And today we bring back a favorite on Story Time here. And this one is called There Is a Rainbow. Yeah, this one coming back after a little while. I was just looking back to see when we last read it. And it could have been early 2022 or late 2021. So it's been a minute. And I hope that as we read to the author's note, see how you can reflect on that today versus the time that this book was written. Yes, There Is a Rainbow. It is written by THERESA, TRINDER, and illustrations by Grant SNIDER. Thank you so much for joining in. And of course, we're reading this one with permission of the publishers, Chronicle Books of San Francisco. A beautiful book, a beautiful story, and indeed, yes, a moment to reflect today for sure. Thank you so much for joining in and glad you're here. As always, let us know where you're joining in from and who is joining in with you. Lots and lots to look forward to here on Story Time. But of course, this week we kick off and we have amazing books to come. So please, buckle up and get ready for a beautiful ride this week. And of course, we're kicking off with There Is a Rainbow, and then tomorrow we're bringing our favorite day coming back to Story Time as well. And then we'll be reading Gardens Are for Growing. Yes, join us for that one. And then on Thursday we have our first guest for this week, and that will be Brianna Kazoo, who'll be here with us, and she'll be reading Lou and of course talking about Lou as well. And then we round up the week with Teaching Tornado. So join us for all those. And also we'll have another guest on Friday. Georgiana will be here with us to celebrate the brand new book, Teaching Tornado. So join us. Lots to come. And of course, today we're looking at There Is a Rainbow. But there you go. And also, please do check out the Storytime platforms and see what else is coming. Excited. And then, of course, on June 3rd, we will be at Children's Fairyland for the Children's Book Festival. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. I hope you're well. I am doing well. Thank you so much. And of course, let us see today who is with us this morning, ready to enjoy a wonderful story, ready to read with us. Thank you for being here with us today. Thank you indeed. Happy Monday from Nathan and Sarah out in sunny and pleasant Illinois. Well, thank you so much for joining in. Sounds lovely out there. Thank you for joining in. Thank you for sharing. We hope everyone had a fantastic weekend and prepared for a wonderful week. Oh, yes, indeed. Thank you so much for those positive vibes and looking forward to a lovely week ahead indeed. Thank you so much for joining in. Nathan and Sarah, and of course, Amanda West out there in Illinois, where it is sunny and pleasant today. Thank you so much for joining in. I love it. Good morning to you, Marietta. How are you doing today? Good morning from a sunny spring day in Harvard, Massachusetts. Hope everyone is well. Well, we are. Thank you so much. I am. Thank you so much for asking. Thank you so much for joining in. Sending you love. And of course, Henry as well. Thank you so much. And Nick, we don't forget you too. Hugs to you out there in Massachusetts. Thank you so much for joining in Story Time this morning. Good morning to you. How are you doing? Pamela, Courtney, thank you so much for joining in, waving a hello and sending heartfelt Mondays, the Storytime family from Braylon, Chad, Auntie Ann, and of course Auntie Pam and Granny too. Full house. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime, and I hope that you enjoy this lovely book that we are bringing back here to Storytime. There is a Rainbow. This one is written by THERESA, TRINDER, and illustrations by Grant Snider. And of course, we're reading that one with permission of the publishers, Chronicle Books of San Francisco. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. Nathan thought today was a repeat because of your picture in the promo from your previous home. Oh, yes. No. Yes. So since these books I read before, I just used pictures from previously used pictures. So yeah, great catch. No, we're here. We're live. Thank you so much for joining in. He was super observant, and I'm impressed. Well, I am impressed too. No, that's absolutely amazing. But you taught him something too. Good. Good job. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you indeed. Absolutely love it. Yes, Nathan, great catch. I love it. I love it. Thank you. Good morning to you, Megan and Ari. Thank you so much for joining us out there in Kentucky. Yes, big hugs coming from you all, sending you big hugs right back. Thank you so much for joining in and excited to be here with you. Thank you indeed for joining in Storytime. I hope that you are well out there in Kentucky. Good morning to you, Sharon Lungo, and of course, Soraya. Last week of school in Oakland Unified School District. Well, enjoy it. I know Thursday is the last day, and field trip to the beach today. Wow, enjoy it, Soraya. Thank you so much for sharing, and yes, have a lovely week. And are you ready for the next grade up? Well, thank you so much for joining in, and congratulations, another year almost done. Thank you so much for joining us. And two, I hope that this picture brings back memories. That is the Tejon Pass, and this picture is indeed courtesy of Soraya and Sharon Lungo. Thank you so much for sharing this one. And yes, absolutely love this one. And this, the Tejon Pass is the connection between Southern California and to the north and the Central Valley. So there we go. Thank you so much for sharing. Thank you for being here with us on Storytime. Absolutely love it. Please get ready, get comfortable, get cozy as we go into our book today. Get ready for this one, a beautiful one indeed, coming back to Storytime. I'll catch you on the other side of this short break. Thank you so much for being here with us.
Hi, everyone. My name is Amanda Davis. I am the author of Moonlight Memories.
Hi, my name is Michelle Jing Chan, and I'm the illustrator for Moonlight Memories.
Moonlight Memories releases on June 13th with Worthy Kids, # book group.
The story follows a young girl named Piper who is dealing with grief after losing her mom. Her dad gifts her a telescope, and she begins to use this to see patterns in the stars, which she transforms into sketches and drawings of memories with her mom. Through this story, Piper learns how to find healing and to process her emotions through the beauty of creativity and the arts.
And the text was inspired by my own personal experience with the loss of my father when I was young. I used art and writing as a tool to help process and heal. And I didn't know it at the time, but it was providing me with comfort and still does to this day. Comfort and healing and calm.
For the illustrations, I also drew upon my own experiences with grief and the experience of losing my grandmother. I was really drawn to the whimsical language Amanda uses in the manuscript and how she's able to portray difficult emotions such as grief in such a beautiful and whimsical way.
And we are so excited to be coming to Storytime with Mr. LaMotta on June 15th. We can't wait to see you there and talk more about the book. So we will see you then. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you indeed. Thank you, Amanda Davis, and of course, Michelle Jing Chan. And they'll be here on June 15th. So mark your calendars for that one. They'll be here with that brand new book, Moonlight Memories. Thank you for being here with us on Storytime. And yes, we'll get started with our book for today. There is a Rainbow. And this one is written by THERESA, TRINDER, illustrations by Grant Snyder, and we're reading it with permission of the publishers, Chronicle Books of San Francisco. Here we go. And also too, this is one of those books that has a beautiful design to on a different cover to the sleeve. So if you get it from the library, take a look. Beautiful book indeed. There is a Rainbow, written by THERESA TRINDER, illustrations by Grant Snyder, and read with permission of the publishers, Chronicle Books of San Francisco. A story has a beginning and an end. A story has a beginning and an end. There is here, there is a here, and there is a there. A story has a beginning and an end. There is a here, there is a there. And there is something in between. A story has a beginning and an end. There is a here, there is a there, and there is something in between. On the other side of the screen, what is there? On the other side of the screen, there is school. Remember those days? On the other side of the screen, there is school. Man, yeah, distance learning. Remember that? Come a long way, even in just these 3 years. On the other side of the window, what is there? On the other side of the window, well, on the other side of a window, there is a neighbor. No. On the other side of a window, there is a neighbor. On the other side of the street, what's there? On the other side of the window, there is a neighbor. On the other side of the street, there is help. Oh. On the other side of the street, there is help. Yeah. On the other side of town, what's there? On the other side of town, well, there is a voice. Aww. On the other side of town, there is a voice. On the other side of a river, what's there? On the other side of a river, there is light. On the other side of a river, there is light. On the other side of a mountain, what's there? On the other side of a mountain, there is a path. On the other side of a mountain, there is a path. On the other side of a river, well, there is light. On the other side of sadness, what's there? On the other side of sadness, well, there are hugs. On the other side of sadness, there are hugs. Much needed hugs, isn't it? On the other side of a storm, what's there? On the other side of a storm, there is a rainbow. On the other side of a storm, there is a rainbow. On the other side of today, what's there? On the other side of a storm, there is a rainbow. On the other side of today, there is tomorrow. Remember that first day when you went back into public spaces? Whether a school, a mall, somewhere? Yeah. On the other side of today, there is tomorrow. And that is the end of our story for today. Join me on the other side of the break when we come back and we can read the author's note. But yes, a reminder for us, thank you to all the amazing people that did so much. Postal workers, health workers, shop attendants, like so many people that did so much. Thank you. I'll catch you on the other side. Thank you so much for joining in. Such a lovely book. Brings back so many memories too. I'll see you soon.
Hello, I'm Brianna Carzu, the author and illustrator of Lou, and you're watching Storytime with Mr. Lamada.
Thank you indeed for joining in. And Brianna Kazoo will be here on Thursday celebrating her book, Lou, with us. So come join us, come join in and have fun with us. For the author's note for today's book, There is a Rainbow. This one written by THERESA, TRINDER, illustrations by Grant Snider, and read with permission of Chronicle Books of San Francisco. Here we go. THERESA here says, in the spring of 2020, well, remember what happened, right? In the spring of 2020, I wrote this book while staying home with my family to help stop the spread of COVID-19. There was loss, there was fear, but there were children And all over the world, they painted rainbows in their windows and drew messages on the ground to remind the world that we are in this together. My boys wanted to bring a rainbow to their grandmother, but they were struggling with social distancing. So I put on the mask and gloves and delivered their rainbow myself. I held my mom's hand a moment, then called from the car, "See you on the other side." I thought we will see each other on the other side. Yes, there are sad goodbyes, but there will be joyous reunions. And I hope that there've been those joyous reunions that have happened too, right? I thought we will see each other on the other side. Yes, there are sad goodbyes, but there will be joyous reunions. And even though we can't reach out and touch one another right now, we can see one another, truly see one another if we try. It comforts me to think of families reading this book a year or many years from now, and to hope they are looking back on this time from a place that is safer, happier, more gorgeous, and more just. I wonder if the rainbows will still hang in the windows. Yeah, lots to think about in there. I hope those rainbows are still hanging, or indeed are still hanging in our hearts. But for sure, I think it took a village. It took a lot to go through what we've been through the last 3 years. You know, there was loss, but indeed that sight, that rainbow, the hope of a better tomorrow, the hope of that just more gorgeous. How does Theresa put it here? We hope that you're looking back today as you read this book from a place that is safer, happier, more generous. I'll say gorgeous, more generous, but gorgeous too, more generous and more just. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime today. I hope that as we read this book today, or indeed as we've gone back and seen where we've been and where we are now, and hopefully where we're going and continue on this upward trajectory, I hope that we can reflect and think of those things that we've been through, and of course hold our loved ones a little bit tighter as well. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime today. Absolutely appreciate each and every one of you, and yes, thankful that we're here, thankful that we're here in community. And one of the silver linings for me, really having gone through the pandemic, was also finding the path to Storytime, and it's something that for me came out of that. And so I'm just thankful that I'm able to connect with all you amazing people and just get to hear about your beautiful days, and indeed just get to connect and read together. So thank you so much, and I hope that indeed your week is a beautiful one. I hope that this day today is beautiful. I hope that you have many rainbows ahead coming. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. Absolutely love it. You know what my favorite days are? Well, it's being here with you here on Storytime. But there's somebody else that has a favorite day. Join in tomorrow and find out what this person's favorite day is, and of course join in the fun and learn from these two amazing characters in this book. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. Our favorite day from Juwon are coming to you tomorrow, so please join us. Thank you for being here. Absolutely love it. Let us see one more time who was with us here on Storytime, enjoying that wonderful book that we had today together. Thank you so much, Amanda West, Nathan, and Sarah out there in sunny and pleasant Illinois. Thank you for being here with us. We hope everyone had a fantastic weekend and is prepared for a wonderful week ahead. Thank you so much for joining in. Absolutely appreciate you. Hugs to you. Thank you indeed. Marietta Apollonia, thank you so much for being here out there in Harvard, joining us today on Storytime. You say, hope everyone is well. Thank you so much indeed. We hope that you are well too. Thank you for being here with us on Storytime. Good morning to you, Braylon, Chad, Auntie Ann, and of course Auntie Pam and Granny out there in Natchitoches, Louisiana. Thank you so much for joining in. Yes, you say waving hello and sending heart-filled Mondays to the Storytime family. Well, Thank you so much. Right back at you too. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. Appreciations all around. Thank you so much for joining us. And yes, Nathan, great catch. Observant, love it. Thank you for sharing. Absolutely love it. No, we're here live this morning. Thank you for joining in. Good morning to you, Ari and Megan. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. Absolutely love it. Appreciate you. Hugs, hugs, hugs. Thank you for being here with us on Storytime, and hope to see you again tomorrow for more Storytime. Soraya and Sharon Lungo, thank you so much for joining in. Happy last week of school, Soraya, and enjoy the field trip to today. Thank you so much. Don't forget your sunscreen. Don't forget your water bottle. Do not forget your hat too. Thank you so much for joining in. Be safe out there. Thank you so much and have fun. Thank you so much for joining in. Yes, big hugs coming in from Ari out in Kentucky. Thank you so much for joining in, and lots to share from Ari as well. Thank you indeed for being here with us on Storytime. Yes, bye-bye, and we hope to see you again tomorrow. Thank you so much for joining us on Storytime. Soraya says she likes your shirt. She went to the Angela Davis exhibit at the Oakland Museum. Oh, love it, and good catch too, Soraya. I went to that exhibit as well. Just amazing person, Angela Davis, and just what she did. And you know what catches me every time I go to either Black Panther exhibits or any of the activists, when I think about it, from the civil rights movement, just thinking how young they were when they were doing those things. And it just amazes me every time. And I think back my own times, like, what was I doing when I was 21? What was I doing when I was 18 compared to what other people were doing? And makes me think for sure about the choices I was making. But thankful for people like Angela Davis. Just amazing what they've done. The paths, the doors that they've opened for all of us to be here, and be able to speak, be able to share, be able to walk spaces because of the hard work that they put in. So thank you so much. And yes, kudos to you too for going out there and indeed taking a leaf from people like Angela Davis. Love it. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. To everybody that is here today, we love you, appreciate you, and indeed hope that you have a wonderful rest of the day. Thank you for being here with us on Storytime. And I hope to see you again tomorrow when we are back with our favorite day. Yes, this one coming to you from Juwon and of course we'll be reading it with permission of the publishers, Candlewick Press. Thank you so much for being here, and we'll be back live. Nathan will be here live tomorrow too. Thank you indeed for being here, friends. Oh, and before I forget too, lots coming our way. Let's not forget that on Thursday, we do have Brianna Kazoo joining us here live with a brand new book. Well, not brand new anymore, but with her book, Lou, and we'll be here celebrating that one with her. And then on the 26th, Jojan Irvine will be here with us with Teaching Tornero. And then, of course, on June 15th, as you heard from Amanda Davis and Michelle Jing Chan, they'll be here on Storytime Live. Brand new book. Yes, so join us on all those days. Mark your calendars. And of course, if you're around, if you're close by, join us at Children's Fairyland for the Children's Book Festival. Lots and lots of creators, some who you already know, will be there. So come and join us, come and have fun with us. Thank you so much for joining in. This has been Storytime for today. This has been Storytime for this wonderful Monday morning. I hope it is indeed wonderful for you as well. I will see you again tomorrow for more Storytime. Much love from me, and please have yourselves a wonderful day. Bye-bye.
Story time with Mr. Lamada. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite story. stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely, won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing story time with Mr. Lamada. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely, won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing story time. Story time with Mr. Lamada. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely, won't you start all the reading? We just can't wait to be hearing. Brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely, won't you start all the reading? We just can't wait to be hearing